In this episode of Trekking Through Compliance, we take up Dagger of the Mind, which aired on November 3rd, 1966, Stardate 2715.1. This is another very gut-wrenching episode of Star Trek. I had forgotten how intense it is upon rewatching. Literally, the antagonist in this, the bad guy, gets inside the minds of mentally ill patients at a penal colony by controlling a controlling device. Kirk is able to defeat this and subdue the warden of the penal colony. There are some interesting compliance takeaways from this that may not seem as obvious. Number one is obvious, which is be careful at Christmas parties. And here Kirk has a quickie affair with one of his crewmen. Number two is, how do you test new protocols? Because the machine, which ended up damaging the minds of the prisoners, was originally developed for good. And if you think of AI and the ethical issues around that, it's certainly a good way to think about that. And number three, how do you treat your direct reports? Because if you abuse your direct reports, they will probably become abusers when they move into management ranks. It's not something that's tracked enough by HR, but those who work for difficult bosses tend to be difficult bosses when they move up the chain into management. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Trekking Through Compliance.